So I've been sitting here trying to figure out how to describe today's energy. And I thought, well, I'll just start talking and we'll see if this works, because I really, as much as I meditated, I got a good view of the energy, but how do I describe it? It's calm without being passive, and it's serious, but it's not heavy. And it does invite us to slow down. And we're very clear, like we're crystal clear on a day like today. We've had so many days lately that have been, everything felt loud. There was too much input and too many options and too many voices in the room. But not on a day like today. Today we find that inner stillness, and it tells us what's real and what's worth building. This energy is about focus. It's about integrity. And it doesn't matter, whether we're making decisions about money or relationships, boundaries, long-term goals. This is the energy that brings it all together, that locks it in place, it locks it in place. This is a powerful day to choose what really matters to you and mean it. It's the kind of day where the words we speak, they hold, they carry weight. The plans we make, they stick, and the direction we choose could define everything that comes next. So join me as we gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy. And by the end of our time together, it's my hope, my intention, that you now have the insight, the wisdom to go forward with confidence, clarity, with love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for being here today, for taking the time out to walk my path with me. Thank you. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me. I do send it back to you tenfold. You just rock. Absolutely. Welcome to your daily focus, June the 27th, 2025. So today we have the energy of the 27. The 27 energy is, everything has come to fruition. It's time to start planning for the harvest of certain things in our life. That it has been with us in our path long enough, and it's time to move forward, or we're preparing to that time of moving forward. 2 plus 7 is a 9, and the 9 energy is about completions, endings, healing, but more so that we are making room for the things that we do want to invite into our life. We don't keep everything our whole life. We let things go so new things can take its place, so we can mature, so we can grow, so we can grow. If we look at the daily numerology, we have a 6 plus a 9 plus a 9, and that is a 24 energy. The 24 energy is a love energy. And it's what we love, whether it's a person, a thing, a goal, a passion. The 24 energy says we have to commit ourselves to it, to embrace it fully, to give it focus and attention, to show up, to be present. 2 plus 4 is a 6 energy, and the 6 energy is about our habits, our behaviors, our day-to-day routines, our mundane, and how we need to change it up, how we need to spice it up, how we need to add flavor, how we need to work on the things and expand on the things that do support us and do allow us to grow and prosper, and to let go and minimize and leave in the rearview mirror the things that pull us down, that tether us to the past, to burden us in some way. Sun is in Cancer, Moon is in Leo, and Mercury trines Saturn today. So we have a trine happening. So strong energy, but it's harmonious. So that's good, right? We need some harmonious energy, don't we? There's a difference between knowing what we want to say and being ready to say it with meaning. So today, there's meaning. It's about showing up with intention, grounded in clarity, a willingness to commit to the words that we are putting out there. This is the kind of energy that does help us actually slow down and take a breath to really think things through. Do we have a plan? Okay, so those words that we're saying, we're just not going to be walking up to somebody and because we ran into them, we're going to say it now. We've practiced this. We know what we want to say. We know the intention behind our words. We know what the outcome is we want because of what we say. We really think it through. Mercury trine Saturn. It brings in this unique opportunity to us. And structure meets expression. It's where our long-term vision finds a voice that we hear and that we will honor and that we will grow towards. Commitment becomes easier and clarity. We get all kinds of clarity in today. Where is our focus? Where is our attention? That is where the clarity will show up today. You know, it supports us in becoming the most clear, steady, and emotionally intelligent version of ourselves. So this is a day to do that. Mercury represents our thoughts, our communication, our voice, our ideas. And when it flows in harmony with Saturn, the planet of discipline and structure, wisdom, planning, our mental focus, it becomes sharp. It's calm. It's confident. And it's serious in all the right ways. We don't need to be overbearing, and yet we don't need to pull back and hide or put ourselves in the shadow or make ourselves smaller. We can stand our ground, stand our ground. It's a day that we can make some very important decisions, whether that's a financial plan, a personal relationship, a creative direction, because we're more than likely to choose well on a day like today. We will choose wisely when these energies come together. So, you know, it's a time to have those real conversations, to speak clearly, to speak honestly, especially when it comes to boundaries or needs, commitments. And slow down. We need to choose our words with care. We need to discipline ourselves, which will come quite easily to us today. So not every conversation has to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes the quietest truths land the hardest. You know, and we could feel hesitant. We could feel hesitant to voice our ideas. We worry whether or not we'll be judged, accepted, whether we'll be understood or misunderstood. But the truth is, this energy favors honesty and maturity. So our words matter. They need to be heard more than ever. So what have you been holding back on? What do you need to say in order to bring in this personal fulfillment, this strength of you becoming who you are becoming, stepping where you are stepping? It's an energy that can transform a simple sentence into a brand new project. Okay, get together. Okay, you know, our words matter. So yeah, go out there and brainstorm with like-minded people. Get together with people. Somebody will say a sentence in that group, and all of a sudden, we start, you know, pinging. I hear pinging off each other's energy. So we're pinging off each other's energy, and that simple sentence does turn into this brand new project. It's when we team together, when we talk things over, when we build a plan. That's when the aha moments hit. That's when the eureka moments hit. But it's solid. It doesn't feel so much like a eureka moment as much as something that just evolved because we're so clear. We can concentrate so well on what matters and what doesn't. Today's energy offers us a chance to think and speak with incredible clarity. It helps us slow down and consider what truly matters. It offers us the maturity, the focus, the inner strength to make decisions that will last, to express ourselves with purpose. This is the energy of measured growth, of authentic communication, mental discipline. It is absolutely the time to speak from the heart with a grounded confidence. So let's embrace it and take some real steps towards the life we're ready to build. Okay, let's turn to the cards. We have the King of Cups here. King of Cups. Well, we're grounded when we are the King of Cups. Okay, there's an intuitive quality, there's a love quality, there's a compassion quality, there is a very diplomatic quality. And the King of Cups makes sure that the bases are covered, that we have a strong foundation on which to build. So no matter what storm comes our way, we will survive it. You know, we're not building our house out of straw. We've got brick and mortar happening here. Okay. Let's see what the cards have in store for us. I really had to clear them before this video. I was surprised on how long they kind of gave me that feeling of keep shuffling and keep separating it this way and that way. And oh, look at this, a card we haven't seen in quite some time. Really, the Eight of Swords appears. We get a new perception, a new outlook, a new understanding. Where we thought we were trapped, or we thought we were stuck, what we thought we were tethered to, it no longer holds us back. It no longer has the same power over us as it did yesterday. It's kind of like we can be reborn. We can gain a new perception of how to go forward. We just need to stop. We just need to take a breath. We need to sit in silence. We need to breathe. We need to think it out. We need to create the plan. And this is the energy for it, isn't it? And when we start to breathe, when we stop hyperventilating, we realize that our hands aren't bound. We have our hands. We can untie the blindfold around our eyes. And then we see that those swords weren't even in the ground that deep. We could have walked right over them. They weren't holding us back. They were illusions. And we see now with clarity how we can go forward, how we are strengthened by this. And, you know, I hear strength and courage comes flying through. Comes flying through. Okay. We have the Page of Cups, another one that hasn't been around in a while, but this is about dreaming about the impossible. This is taking your thoughts beyond what you normally think about when you think about your best life ever, or when you are creating something, making a plan for something, strategizing about something. We get a little whimsical here. We get a little bit, even in this energy, we get, maybe it's Cancer coming in with the nurturing and the caring, but it really is looking to see all things come alive and magical in our worlds. To believe in the happily ever after, and to create a dream that aligns with the happily ever after. And forget all the garbage of all the things that can go wrong and the stresses. And yeah, there'll be stresses and there'll be things that go wrong, but those don't matter, because it's the harmony and the balance and the beauty that we are building as we step into this. We are being led by our heart here. So grow your dreams from your heart center out. Your passions, your dreams, your desires. Don't muffle them. Don't stifle them. This is a time to get around some like-minded people that like what you like, and explore it a little bit. See where it leads. Have a conversation. I hope there's a meeting actually in your town tonight. Check the papers. Two of Wands. This is a time to summon in what we really want, to say, this is what I want. I deserve it. I'm worthy of it. I'm capable of handling it. And there's so many possibilities out there. And I want this to arrive in my life. I want to make it tangible. I want to make it real. I want to manifest it in some way. I want it to be a part of my journey forward. I demand it. I expect it. And then wait for it to arrive. They really can't say no to us. They really can't. It might be a long time coming. And I hear, you might hear no. Chances are they teach you the no in the experience, but um, we won't go down that path. Okay. The devil. This is the phoenix rising out of the ashes. So this is like yesterday, a deja vu kind of thing, that we are emerging. We are emerging, I hear, strong and victorious. We are giving a birth to a new part of who we are, a new chapter of our development, a new story of our emotional security, well-being. So let what no longer works, let it fall into the fires, let it turn to ash. Be the phoenix rising out of the ashes. Allow yourself to rebirth, allow yourself to come alive. What did I say the other day? Was it yesterday? The other day? I know I said it recently, so you'll be like, oh, hush, Tilly, you already told us that. And it's probably gone now in my mind. Oh, well, there's no law. There's no law that says you have to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. Just saying. Just saying. Give that some thought. You could just get in the car, drive to the airport, and jump on a plane, move to another country, get like a short-term lease somewhere, stay there a couple of months, reinvent yourself, tell everybody a story of who you are. You could. There's nothing stopping you. Or is there? Is there a job? Is there a career? Is there family? Is there friends? Of course there is. But what can we change? After we get over the humor of just boom, we're a new person, what can we change about ourselves? What would we like to change about ourselves? This is the kind of energy to make those goals, to set those goals, to set your to set your future successes upon. Okay, what do we got here? We got be true to your heart. The 26 energy appears. Be true to your heart. As I said, we were going down the energy of yesterday. I was having a deja vu, so maybe you want to revisit yesterday. There might be something there you missed the first time around. I hear that when I do readings for people online, and so I meditate on them. I connect with them because really I have very little information. I got your name, your birth date. Maybe you leave a one sentence for me, so you want me to concentrate in a certain area. But besides that, you can be anywhere on the planet. And so I meditate on you, and I ask my guides, my angels, to find your guides and angels, um, and then make that connection. And I don't start the reading until I feel like I've made some connection or they've made some connection. In fact, I had one client the one time, and I'll never forget it because I tried to meditate on this woman so many times. And then she wrote me and she says, like, Tilly, it's been a while and I haven't got my reading yet. And I said, yeah, I'm like, I don't know what to say here. I've tried several times now to sit down and meditate on you. I cannot make any connection. So either I'm just not making the connection with you and I apologize and I'll send you your money back, or you're a very private person and you haven't given your guides and angels permission to give me the information I need in order to do a reading for you. So could you tell them that I have the permission? And she wrote back just laughing throughout the whole thing, so humorous, and she had her best friend read it, and she says, I am so private. She says, I've given them permission, and you know what? When I meditated on her, I made the connection, gave her a fabulous reading. Anyways, be true to your heart. 26. In this moment, draw on the energies of harmony and union when making a choice. The current situation is best supported by using your intuition. There may be difficult decisions to be made that are not necessarily about love. Consciously be aware of what interests you, what attracts your attention, what stirs your imagination, what creates passion in your life. Do your best to ignore the persuasion of what others might think or say. Trust yourself and don't allow your opinion to be swayed. Don't let people talk you out of your dreams. Never, ever, ever. I think it should be a crime. I think there should be a, should be a fine for that. Tell some of our world leaders that, and oh my gosh, these cards are on fire. And they probably put it into law. So let's not tell them to watch me. Anyways, okay, here we go. Seek and find. The chipmunk appears. Well, we haven't seen this little guy in quite some time, have we? The little chipmunk. I see fewer and fewer of them all the time. Maybe I'll do some research on that. The last time I did research on an animal, though, I found it was going extinct, and oh my gosh. So I don't know if I want to hear that. They're so cute. Action, believe, and manifest. And above all, with glittering eyes, the whole world around you. Watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you. Because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. And those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Chipmunk lets you know that although you are dreaming and wishing, you may not be taking clear action to make your dreams come true. The clearer and stronger your desire, the more action you will receive as you begin to see the whole picture. Retaining the parts, retaining the parts, retaining the parts, retaining the parts. The clearer and stronger your desire, the more action you will receive as you begin to see the whole picture, retaining the parts you want and eliminating what you don't want. Your greatest wealth is the knowledge that you are complete within yourself. Your major goal is to discover as much as you can about yourself, because the more you know about you, the better you can deal with any life situation. So take action in order to push open the door you so badly want to walk through. If you don't seek, you won't find. And if you don't knock, the door will remain closed. If you don't walk through that door, you'll remain stuck where you are now. So yes, spend some time wishing and manifesting, but don't forget to take some action too. If you want a new job, send out that resume. If you're looking for a relationship, start inquiring whether your friends know of anyone. If you want to start a business, start writing your business plan. Today is a wake-up call to your inner soul. So will you take the first step? Will you knock? Will you turn the doorknob? Well, I guess I wasn't being direct enough about you need to do this. You need to allow your voice to shine today. Think about what you need to say, what matters most to you, where you need to state something. Understand how you will, what tone you'll use, what words you'll use. Set the stage. Your words, your voice is powerful today. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.